Hey guys, so welcome back. In this video, we'll be trying to solve the 560th Leetcode problem, that is subarray sum equals k, okay? So given an array of integer nums and an integer k, return the total number of continuous subarrays whose sum is equal to k. So let's see the examples real quick. Now in this array, there are two subarrays whose sum is equal to k. Now this is the first subarray because 1 plus 1 is 2, and this is the second subarray, right? Because 1 plus 1 is 2. So the output is 2. So now let's see how we can solve this. Now there are actually two ways that we can solve this. Okay, so now let's say our integer array is 1, 3, minus 2, 2, 0 and 4. Okay, and let's say we are searching for the sum of 4, that is which all subsequences have the sum of 4. So now the naive solution would be to have a nested for loop, an I loop and a j loop, right? And we could go through every subsequence and see if the sum is equal to k. Like we could go through 1, 3, 1, 3 minus 2, 1, 3 minus 2, 2 and so on. Then 3 minus 2, 3 minus 2, 2 and so on, okay? But now this is like not an efficient solution whatsoever because the runtime complexity is like O of n squared, right? Like it's a quadratic runtime complexity. So it's not efficient. Now we can solve this in big O of n. Now how is that? So now instead of having a double for loop, we'll be like using a dictionary to make this much easier, okay? Now before that, we'll be having two variables. Our first variable is called count. So now count will inform us as to how many subsequences are there whose sum is equal to k. By default it will be 0. Then we have sum, okay? Now I mean s. Now s will give us the total sum up till the element we are till now, okay? So now by default it will be 0. So now the sum by default it is 0, okay? So now we'll be having a dictionary in which we'll be storing all our sums. So now the first value of sum is 0, right? So we'll store 0 colon 1 because it came, because we came across 0 once, okay? Now let's find the next total sum. The next total sum is 0 plus 1, that is 1. Now we have to check if s minus k is there in the hash map or not. Now 1 minus 4 will give you the answer as minus 3. We know for a fact that minus 3 is not there in the hash map, so we can be assured that there is no subsequence whose sum is equal to 4, okay, like up till now. So now since 1 is not there in the hash map, we'll be adding 1 to the hash map, right? We'll do 1 colon 1 because we came across 1 once. Now we'll find the next total sum. 1 plus 3 will give you 4. So now we have to like do the exact same thing. We have to check if s minus k is there in the hash map or not. Now 4 minus 4 is equal to 0, right? Now 0 is there in the hash map, which means that we found a valid subsequence whose sum is equal to k. And the subsequence is 1, 3, right? Because 1 plus 3 will give you 4. So now you're supposed to increment count by the value of s minus k. Now the value of 4 minus 4 is 0 and it is 1. Okay, so you increment count by 1. Now let's find our next total sum. Now 4 plus minus 2 will give you 2 as the answer. So now we have to check if s minus k is there in the dictionary. So 2 minus 4 will give you minus 2. And 2 is not, minus 2 is not there in the dictionary, okay? Now by the way, we have to add 4 as well, okay? Now every sum we go through, we are supposed to add it to our dictionary. And now since 2 is not there, we'll add 2 as well, okay? Now we will check if 2 plus 2, that is 4. We will be checking if 4 minus 4 is there in the dictionary or not. Now 4 minus 4 is 0, right? Now we know that 0 is there in the dictionary. So we'll increment count by the value of 0, that is 1. So now 1 plus 1 will give you 2, right? So now we found our next subarray, that is 1, 3 minus 2, 2. Okay? Now we'll move on. Now we came across 4, right? Now 4 is already there in our dictionary. So we'll just increment the value by 1. So now 4 colon 1 will like get changed to 4 colon 2. Okay, Now we'll again add, find the maximum sum. Now 4 plus 0 will give you 4. We are supposed to again check if 4 minus 4 is there in the dictionary. 0 is there in the dictionary, so we can increment the value of count by 1. So now the value of count will be 3, right? Because there's one more subarray, that is 1, 3 minus 2, 2 and 0. Now their sum is also equal to 4. Okay, now we move on towards the end. We'll do 4 plus 4. Okay, before that, as I mentioned, we already came across 4. We are supposed to increment its value in the dictionary, right? Because it's already there. So now 4 colon 2 will go to 4. Why isn't this getting selected? Yeah, to 4 colon 3. Now we'll find our next maximum sum, that is 4 plus 4, that is 8. We are supposed to check if 8 minus 4 is there in the dictionary or not. Now 8 minus 4 is 4 and 4 is there in the dictionary. So we'll increment the counts value by the value of 4. So 3 plus 3 will give you 6. Now 3 means there are 3 new subarrays. Now what are they? We have, let's see. First we have 4 itself, that's our first new subarray. We have minus 2, 2, 0 and 4, that's our next new subarray. And then we have 0, 4, which is our third subarray. So now the value of count will be equal to 6, right? And as usual, we have to add 8 to our dictionary, 8 colon 1. And that's basically it. Now you can return the value of count as the answer. So now that's how you solve this problem. Now let's try to code the whole solution out. Now I'll be having a hash map or a dictionary with 0 colon 1. Okay. Now I misspelled hash map as usual. Let me just correct that real quick. Okay. Now we'll be having s equal to count, which will be equal to 0. Now for I in range length of nums. Okay. Now s will be plus equal to nums of I. That will be a maximum sum. Now if s minus k in hash map, what we can do is we can do count plus equals hash map s minus k. Okay, we have to increment the value of count by the value. Okay, now if nums I in hash map nums I plus equal to 1, else hash map nums I is equal to 1. Okay, we are just checking if the element is there in the dictionary or not. And now at the end we can just return count, and that should be it. Okay, actually we are not supposed to add the nums I, we are supposed to add the sum. Okay, one small mistake on my part, we are supposed to add the sum. Now let's run the code and see if it works. Let's see. It gives us an error. Oh, we have to check if s is there in the hash map, not nums I. I'm sorry. Let's see if it works now. It works. Let's submit. And there you go. That's how you solve this problem. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any doubts, do leave them in the comment section down below. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.